Hello everyone. Today we're going to talk about a type of thyroid cancer called papillary thyroid carcinoma, or PTC. This is the most common type of thyroid cancer. Our thyroid gland is a small, butterfly-shaped organ in our neck. It makes hormones that are important for our metabolism, energy, and growth. Usually, PTC grows slowly and is easy to treat, especially if found early. But sometimes it can spread to other parts of the body, and that's when the situation becomes serious. So it's important for us to know its warning signs. Many people get confused and ask what the difference is between PTC and other thyroid problems like hyperthyroidism and hypothyroidism. Let's clarify this. PTC is a cancer, meaning there are abnormal cells that multiply out of control. On the other hand, hyperthyroidism happens when your gland produces too much thyroid hormones. Its symptoms include media group, person with hand on chest looking anxious, person sweating and fanning themselves, heart monitor showing fast heartbeat at distribute equally, nervousness, a fast heartbeat, and sweating. Meanwhile, hypothyroidism is the opposite. There's not enough thyroid hormone production. This causes media group, tired woman yawning at desk, person wrapped in blanket looking cold, slow-moving person distribute equally, a slow metabolism, easy tiredness, and feeling cold. These are not cancer, but problems with hormone production. The danger with PTC is when it spreads, or metastasizes. This means the cancer cells from the thyroid travel through the blood or lymphatic system and grow in other parts of the body. The common areas affected are media group, anatomical diagram highlighting lymph nodes, lungs, bones, brain, health professional explaining cancer spread distribute equally, the lymph nodes in the neck, the lungs, bones, and sometimes even our brain. When this happens, treatment becomes more complicated and the health effects are more serious. Early detection is key to prevent this spread and to have a higher chance of full recovery. That's why it's very important for us to be watchful for any changes in our body, especially in our neck. If you notice a lump, even a small one, please don't ignore it. It's better to be sure. Understanding the possible symptoms is the first step to protect ourselves and our loved ones. Knowledge gives us the power to make the right decisions for our health. Remember, prevention is always better than cure. When papillary thyroid carcinoma, or PTC, starts to spread, the symptoms depend on which part of the body it has gone to. The first signs are often felt in the neck itself. There might be a lump that isn't painful at first, or the lymph nodes on the side of the neck might swell. As the tumor grows, it can cause a feeling of tightness in the throat. Sometimes it comes with pain that reaches the jaw or ear. These changes in the neck are clear warnings that you need to see a specialist. If the cancer cells have reached our lungs, the symptoms might be related to breathing. The patient might experience a persistent cough that doesn't go away even with medication. Sometimes the cough comes with blood. Another sign is difficulty breathing or shortness of breath, especially when exercising or doing heavy tasks. In some cases, there might be chest pain. These symptoms are often mistaken for a simple cough or asthma, so it's important to consider the possibility that it's connected to the thyroid. Another area that can be affected by spread PTC is our bones. When this happens, the main symptom felt is pain in the affected bone. For example, if it's in the back, you might experience severe back pain. If it's in the thigh or arm, that's where the pain will be felt. What's more dangerous? Cancer weakens the bones, making them brittle and easily broken even with a simple fall or minor injury. This is called a pathologic fracture. This pain usually doesn't go away even with rest. Lastly, although it's not as common, PTC can also spread to the brain. Its symptoms can be serious and sudden. These include severe headaches that don't respond to ordinary pain relievers. You might also experience dizziness, vomiting, or changes in vision, such as blurriness or double vision. In more severe cases, there might be seizures or tremors. Changes in thinking or confusion are also possible signs. These symptoms require immediate medical attention because it's an emergency. We have what we call the 3D symptoms that are directly related to the growth of a tumor in the neck. These are important to watch out for because they are signs that the lump might be pressing on important structures in our throat. The first is dysphagia, which means difficulty swallowing. The patient might feel like something is stuck in their throat when eating or drinking. Sometimes they choke or need water to push the food down. This happens when the tumor is pressing on our esophagus or the food pipe. The second D is dyspnea, or difficulty breathing. This is felt when the thyroid lump is large enough to press on our trachea or windpipe. At first, it might only be felt when lying down, but as it gets worse, even simple walking can cause shortness of breath. You might also hear an unusual sound like a whistle or stridor when breathing. This is a serious symptom that needs immediate examination because it's a sign that the airflow to our lungs is decreasing. Please don't ignore difficulty breathing. The third D is dysphonia, which refers to a change in voice or hoarseness. This happens when the tumor affects the recurrent laryngeal nerve, the nerve that controls our vocal cords. The voice can become weak, hoarse, or raspy. If the hoarseness lasts for more than 2 weeks and there's no other reason like a cold or fever, it's important to have it checked. Persistent hoarseness is a clear red flag, especially if it comes with a lump in the neck. These 3 Ds, dysphagia, dyspnea, and dysphonia, are direct effects of a neck tumor. Aside from the 3 Ds, there are other general symptoms that can be felt when cancer has spread. This includes unexplained weight loss, even with a good appetite. The body uses a lot of energy to fight cancer. Excessive fatigue that doesn't go away even with rest is also a common complaint. This is different from ordinary tiredness. These symptoms, along with the ones mentioned earlier, should be a signal to consult your doctor immediately for a proper diagnosis. Another important thing to clarify is a condition called myxedema coma. This is not cancer and is not directly related to PTC. Myxedema coma is a life-threatening complication of severe and untreated hypothyroidism. Let's remember, hypothyroidism is a lack of thyroid hormone. When the levels of these hormones drop significantly, all body systems slow down drastically. This results in a drop in body temperature, slowed heart rate and breathing, and loss of consciousness. This is a medical emergency. The difference between myxedema coma and the symptoms of spread PTC is significant. PTC is a cancer that spreads, and its symptoms depend on where the tumor is, such as a cough if it's in the lungs or pain if it's in the bones. Myxedema coma, on the other hand, is a metabolic crisis due to severe hormone deficiency. It is not caused by the spread of cancer cells. It's important to understand this difference to avoid confusion and to provide the patient with the correct treatment. The treatment for the two conditions is very different. So, when should you see a doctor? The answer is simple. As soon as you experience any of the symptoms we mentioned. If you have a lump in your neck, even if it's not painful, if you have persistent hoarseness, if you have difficulty swallowing or breathing, or if you have a persistent cough and bone pain with no clear reason, please don't hesitate. The sooner, the better. Your doctor will recommend tests such as a neck ultrasound, biopsy, or other imaging tests to find out the cause of your symptoms. Prompt action is our most important weapon against any illness, especially cancer. Procrastination or fear of knowing the truth can lead to the worsening of the condition. Remember, PTC has a high survival rate, especially if it is detected and treated while still in its early stages. Let's not be afraid to consult. Your health is the most valuable treasure we should protect. Thank you, and let's all take care.